So today we're going to be checking out an app. Have you ever done that before?
Checked out an app.
Yeah. Prototype.
Yeah. I have. I would be quite used to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. To be truthful with you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm noting an accent.
Mm-hmm.
Are you from Ireland?
Yes, that's correct. Yes, I'm from Belfast.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's a lovely part of the world.
And how long have you been here?
Since 2019.
2019, so about 6 years.
Yes, it would be about 6 years by now. Yeah.
So are you going to stay?
I imagine so. Yeah. After this amount of time, I think that it's almost inevitable.
No one says no. No one says no about Barcelona.
Nobody says no?
No, they always want to stay. I don't think I've ever heard anyone come to Barcelona and be like, hey, did you like it? And them saying, oh, I didn't care for it. It's never happened.
I know it's strange like that. I think because there's, if you would take for instance Bordeaux, you know what I mean. Bordeaux is beautiful, but it's not for everyone. You know, as just or any sort of generic, provincial European city. Some people might say no, it's not for me. But I think that in general, I think people are really very fond of Barcelona indeed.
Absolutely. Well, I am very happy that you're here in Barcelona because you're going to help me out with this app as we were talking about before. So what we're going to be doing is evaluating a prototype.
Mm-hmm.
And a prototype is a tentative version of an app that we use to test different functionalities. Now, that being said, some of the functionalities are not going to be available because it is a prototype. But we're going to be going through this task flow, asking you to do something and asking you to kind of narrate what you're doing. I want to know what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're doing. I want you to just think out loud for me because this will really help our team. One of the things is I was not involved in the making of this app, so please don't try to spare my feelings. Any kind of criticism would actually be really, really valuable for us. So the app that we're going to be looking at today is a dating app. Have you ever been on a dating app before?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've been on Tinder, and I think I was on Bumble. What is it, Bumble?
Yeah, Bumble.
Yeah, Bumble as well.
And what was your experience with those apps?
Yeah, they were really fun, and they were. I think I was on Tinder more. They were very fun, and I enjoyed myself, a lot. I had met some really nice people, and in the end, it's weird because I didn't actually, find my wife on Tinder. I think that there's this kind of residual quality of like, oh no, you met her on a dating site. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's still slightly frowned upon. Not so much, I think, at all. I mean, I remember back in the early 2000s, it was like, oh no, they met on a dating website. It was practically scandalous. But these days, I think it's much more accepted. But there's just a sort of slight residue of, I think because people really value truthful organic relationship, and then of course the internet's so synthetic that it almost falls and flows to reason that your relationship would therefore be to some extent synthetic. But I think that that's generally passed by. I think there's loads of people who got married as well off internet and met their life partners or had really meaningful experiences. But my personal experience in general was really good. Enjoyed it. I had a blast. I met a lot of really good people.
Cool. So despite, I guess, a past stigma, it was positive for you.
It was totally positive, yeah. It was totally positive, yeah.
Okay. Well, this app is a little bit different. On the other apps, what you do is you communicate directly with the other person.
Right.
Well, this one is a little bit indirect. What you do is you try to get approval from a love interest's friends to be able to communicate with them.
Oh, okay.
So ultimately, the friends act as a gatekeeper. And does that make sense?
Yeah, it's fun, yeah.
Okay, so this is what I need you to do. I'm going to give you a task. And so you are Luke, and you would like to communicate directly with Jake.
Okay.
but you have to get approval from his friends in order to do that. Okay?
Right.
You understand?
Yeah, totally 100%.
Okay, and again, I'm just going to ask you to narrate, to just tell me what you're doing, thinking, feeling. I might be quiet sometimes. If you go quiet, I might ask you just to kind of talk about it, but kind of let me know all of your impressions, but basically how the app makes you feel and what it makes you think. Okay?
Sure.
Okay. So,
Okay.
let's see. I think so you can start whenever you like.
Okay, so I'm basically, if I understand correctly, I'm just trying to communicate with a love interest, and I'm Jake.
Yeah, you know you're.
I'm Luke. I'm Luke, and I'm trying to communicate with Jake.
Correct.
Right, no problem. I'm just narrating out loud what it is I'm doing and feeling and things.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Well, I see. You know what looks like a landing page. I suppose I know this is a prototype, I guess, but. I suppose I would expect it to move or have some sort of quality where it's doing something. I'm not really sure how to proceed because there's no, like it doesn't tell me what to do. So I probably just start touching it, and then so okay, so it's okay. Okay, so yeah, I mean I like the animation a lot. I thought it was really nice. I thought it was really original as well, and I thought it was kind of, I thought I really liked that. I have to say. I was just a bit confused about what, like initially when I saw it, I didn't really know what, I would have touched it naturally, but I would have thought maybe it was broken or something. Okay, it looks like I'm looking at a very standard login screen. I'm not delighted about the colorway. I think that the lime green, it feels a bit hospital for me. I feel it's a bit clinical. But I don't dislike it. It's clear, like it's extremely clear what to do here. But I think that I'm not convinced that the colorway would be. I think that maybe more red or something, because if it's like love and passion and things like that, that might be a little bit more provocative. So it feels a little bit clinical, I guess. But that's all. At this stage, I'm just going to log in typically with Google, and it looks like I've logged in, and I've been met with a sign that told me to swipe up, so I would swipe up, and it seems I'm in some sort of UI, and it looks like I'm in something with cards. I see Jake's crew. I see that it says unlock Jake now. He's blurred out. I'm not sure. I mean, it's extremely intriguing for me. Like already, I love this idea of like. It's the weirdest thing. It's like for me, it's like it invokes this. You know sometimes when you're on Tinder and you see like a love interest, and the person doesn't show you their profile, and it's like, who is that person? Like, what if they're like this? It's like the mystery prize. There's something very mysterious about not seeing their face. So I think that's a really, really attractive quality. Like I'm already interested to see it's Jake. Do you know? Like I'm like, why isn't Jake showing his face? It's like it's quite interesting for me.
So you find it intriguing?
I find it very mysterious. Yeah, it's for my type of personality. I would be really attracted to that sense of what, like the chance, the mystery of it. Yeah, it's super, super attractive for me. I suppose I kind of, because you give me the task of checking out Jake and his crew, I would naturally obviously just touch the button there. You clearly, you can see that it says check out Jake and his crew. So I'll do that now.
Okay, and just in general, kind of give me your impressions of this page, this first real page.
Well, to be truthful with you, I think that I think I like the card thing. I think that's really familiar to me because of Tinder. Uses like swipe left or swipe right, so we would expect this to basically work the same way, only this time it's up and down. I guess the other elements I see here, the nav bar and the footer, it's strange for me because they're different colors, and I think that's a little bit kind of hard for me to deal with. I can see that this is my the bottom profile. I'm not sure what that is. It looks like a traffic cone. So I don't know what that does, and I would expect to see a home somewhere. And settings, I typically wouldn't expect to see on the left hand side of the upper right. I would expect to see that on the right as opposed to the left. Basically, the logo as well is a little bit extreme, it's very large. I think that I would probably just take a part of that, maybe the smaller C, and that would be the logo. That's basically it. So I just think in general, like that's my other impression of the UI.
So some things are a little like out of place and confusing.
It's just not what I'm used to seeing on the internet, to be truthful with you. I'm just not used to it. I think that like I think it's really well done in terms of what the positioning and having your notifications, your messages, and your profile are very clear. I don't know what this is, to be honest with you, and the settings is on the wrong side as far as I am so used to seeing a hamburger on the left hand side. So that's what I would say there. So I'm just gonna continue to check out Jake and his crew. And okay, there's a lot of information. It's quite difficult to break down. I don't know where to look because I have this huge heart icon that instantly I'm just gonna press because it's fun. And it says you've liked Jake and the crew. They'll let you know soon if you're a match. Okay, that was easy. I mean, it was very accessible and I wanted to press the big heart straight away. So that was kind of cool. I'm just gonna X this out now, I guess. Okay, so I'm back on like a new screen with an activated heart. So so I'm not really sure what this page is specifically. Like I don't know. I would just want to go home, so I'm just going to press home, and then I'm back to what looks like the home screen again. Okay, so I'm just going to swipe because I want to kind of explore a little bit. So these are all like groups of friends basically, and everyone looks really young and happy and cool. I mean, I like that kind of feature, I guess, where you can swipe. I'm not sure why it says there, your friends approve. And I think the C kind of looks like a copyright symbol, so I'm not sure if that's really selling it to me. But I'm going to check out Jake and his crew again, because I want to know more about Jake. And I can see that he's, he lives in Barcelona, he's 185, centimeters, he's English. And I can see that there's a little bit about Jake. Send a like, and if the crew thinks you're a match, they'll unlock Jake. I mean, I like that, I get that, that's informative. I think that this is priority information. I'm not sure that Jake's profile, like himself personally, would be at the top because I just don't really know if I understand I think that it feels like I'm not sure what this app is insofar as that. Am I joining a crew? Am I now a member of a crew, or am I like becoming like the love interest of Jake? What's my appeal? Like, I don't know what. I to be honest with you, like, it's a bit confusing. I think that I feel like the messaging is wrong in terms of the circle, and if I think about it more in terms of like what it is that you were talking about earlier, I feel that maybe like something like date my mate or something like that would be more I would understand the kind of the functionality better, like something like rate my mate, date my mate, get past my friend, you know what I mean, like I don't know, like cock blocker or whatever, like something like that could be more helpful for you, I think, because like what that could do is kind of help me understand, like I would then have like my expectations matched. Whereas the circle, from my taste, is a wee bit like kind of like you gotta get into my group and things, and I just don't understand who it is I'm supposed to be aimed at. I mean, I'm impressing the best friend, but I think that if you just explain more of like what this is, it would be more useful. But it's really intriguing for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's a very mysterious idea, and like the bestie. Okay, like so I'm like heterosexual and stuff. So I would like, to be honest with you, I'm like super interested in the bestie right now. So I'm thinking to myself like, because like, okay, I know like my character Luke obviously is like. He's looking for Jake, but it makes me think that maybe like, is it possible that you actually kind of fall in love with the bestie? You know, like I can see some sort of sense of, oh, I'm looking for this person, but now I'm going to talk to the bestie. You know, I think that it's definitely I think the idea is wild. I think it's very original. I think that there's a lot of scope. I just think it needs to be explained better. It needs to be, because I know I see like Tim, like, and then there's Jonathan, and like, you know, more about Jonathan. I don't know if like, I think that the only two people in this equation that really matter, like the bestie and then the love interest. And it's like, you need to think of a better way to like impress the bestie, like impress my bestie. You know, if you can get past that, then ding ding ding, the award's going to. For my taste, it would be more easy to understand, and that's really. I hope that's okay for you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is, please, you know, you're doing great. Just tell me kind of what your thoughts are, what you feel.
Okay.
Is there any feelings that you're having at this point, kind of at this stage in the process?
Yeah, I feel like anticipation. Like there's a sense of, I guess you could say there's a sense that you know, you can understand. It's like a sense of like, I wonder, did he like me? You know, it's like, well, have they accepted me or no? You know, it's a strange one, because it does make you feel. And there's also like, I'm curious to know about what Jake looks like. You know what I mean? It's all very mysterious, and I feel like I'm engaged. Like I'm very emotionally engaged in that kind of, in the mystery of it all. You know, it's like, I think what makes it really beautiful, this idea, is like it's unknown, and it's not just unknown, but also I have to like get past people. So yeah, so that's it. You know.
Okay, great.
You just want me to continue?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Let's press X there. Okay.
So
yeah.
what happened?
I just pressed X and I'm back on the home screen.
Okay.
Okay. I just pressed notifications all of a sudden, and I'm in the notification. And it looks like I have got a notification from the crew, which is weird because I'm not sure who's texting me. Like the crew, who in the crew? Is it Jake? Is it I don't know. It's like, who did it come from? But I see it's a notification list, and it's very typical, and it's very nice. So I'm just going to press it, and I'm in the crew, and it's a chat, and I'm chatting with Adrienne, who is, I would like to see the way already, like I'm clicked on her profile, I would like to see her profile. And then Adrienne said, hey, I'm Jake's best friend and admin for the group. Okay, how's it going? Great, thank you, I appreciate it. Except you guys seem like a cool crew. Based on your profile, we think you'd be a great watch for Jake. You're approved. Click here to meet Jake. Okay, that's nice. I understand. So now I can meet Jake, I guess. So I'll click this, and now I'm in Jake's profile. Okay. So this is really good. I think that this is much simpler because now I can just see Jake, you know, and I can send him a message very clearly, and I can see what he's like, and I can read about him, and I can see photos and stuff, which is really, really clear. So I guess based on this, I just send him a message because it's basically the only action I can do. So I'll just send him a message. Message board's fine. This is confusing because I'm like, okay, is this public or is this like private? Honestly, I'm like, because I see the admin group logo, so I'm like, what's going on here? And I love the fact that I can just video call them. Like that's super nice because I'm the type of person that just likes to video call people, so I would just video call them straight away. I'd be like, hi Jake, it's Chris, your friend like me, and it's really interesting for me because we already have like a talking point. Like that's what's really attractive about this application. It's like I don't have to start off in a stale way. I can say, you know, your friend really liked me, and you already have all this kind of this data, I guess, to work with. That you have a backstory. So I think that doing the work, you know, to get past the bestie in the beginning really helps at this point because you already trust each other a little bit more. You know each other a bit more. You know, you feel like your friends like me, so you will like me naturally. And not for because you, let's say, you know, you find my appearance attractive, but maybe there's something more about me that your friend saw, because obviously, as we all know, our friends really care about us. So, you know, it's not just always about looks. With, you know, even in my experience with my friends, I'm very protective over my friends. Who I really want them to go out with good guys. The only thing is they don't really listen to me. So, you know, but anyway, so I'm just gonna message Jake, I guess. Hey Guapo, how's it going? It's going good. And that's looks like that's that, I guess.
All right, wonderful. You have accomplished the task. That's great. Thank you very much. I just have to ask you, kind of, what is your global evaluation of this app?
My global evaluation of this app is that it's I would imagine it needs a little touch of simplification. I just think you need to kind of make it more understandable, and I think that I would just really benefit by understanding, like, because it kind of misrepresented itself a little bit, because it said meet the crew or join the crew, and I was like, okay, I thought I was joining the crew, and now it's like, oh, but meet Jake. It's like, oh, but I thought I was joining the crew. Am I not in the crew? Can I join the crew? When do I get to join the crew? Have I joined the crew? Do I join the crew because I now can talk to Jake? Am I a member of this group, or am I Jake's like boyfriend? I just didn't understand the context, so that part's not clear for me, and I don't understand why. For me personally, I don't want to really be in a crew. I don't really like groups all that much. I love one-on-one relationships, but I don't like to think of myself as someone who's a part of a clique or a crew. I like to be, for my personality, I like to be very open with everyone. I enjoy many people's company, but I consider myself to be cordial with everyone, but not cordial to anyone overly. Like, I'm not overly loyal to a small group of friends. I have my partner, and that's my family. And then when it comes to my friends, I don't really feel like I need that. I have professional relationships with people that I enjoy, and are based on work, or having a good, respectful working relationship. But I don't really need friends for myself. I think that the part of the crew and then the part of meeting the love interest I think that's just sort of super confusing. Ultimately, that's my feedback. I think that ultimately, also lastly, I guess, how I feel is that when I think of the process, I think it's just magical. I think it really makes me feel very magical, very mysterious, very intrigued. I'm very curious, even to see Jake, you know what I mean? It's like, what does this guy look like? I mean, the whole thing was just wrapped in mystery. So I think I think that's what I would say to you, truthfully.
Okay. So what you're saying is the concept is interesting. It's not necessarily kind of fleshed out in terms of the process,
right.
But at the same time, it does have a alluring quality.
I think that's exactly what I'm saying. I know it's a prototype. Like, I can understand it's a stage one. I think that it just needs two main things, like sort out the idea so that it's more clearly defined for the user, like what the target is and how I get there. And the other thing I would work out is probably just like, for my taste, I would probably introduce colors, which are more indicative of like love and stuff, than like, like a sexy time, or something or whatever. So
okay.
That's it.
Wonderful. Then, do you have any other kind of comments or?
No, just like really well done on this so far. It looks really great.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming in. It's been extremely helpful. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you. Cheers.